Alright, here's another video. I'm not showing my face because my hair looks ridiculously bad right now. And I haven't gotten my hair cut yet. And I don't really feel like brushing it right now because I've been sick all day, so I got some time to just go with. Here's something from Discus's Video Game Facts. It's a great website, great blog, has some really good stuff on it. This is done by Pinky Don, comparing Sonic's cast with Mario's cast. A common complaint I hear from the ever unpleasable Sonic base is that there's way too many characters, that the series is just fine with, it's fine with just Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman, and maybe Amy. What got me intrigued with this complaint is that this isn't applied to the Mario series with its large library of characters. So let's compare the two franchises' casts and see who has the most characters. We've got Mario, Princess Peach, Luigi, Bowser, Daisy, Wario, Waluigi, Toad, Lakitu. I mean, let's discount Lakitu because Lakitu is a minion. Boo, minion. Koopa, minion. Yoshi, Rosalina, Goomba, minion. So that's 1, 2, who aren't minions. We're not counting minions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 characters. Okay, the rest of these are just minions. Waluigi, okay, fine, 9. Waluigi, these are all, like, these core characters are the main characters. This is a minion, this is a minion, this is a minion, this is a minion, this is a minion. But he's gonna go further. So here's his list. Let's start off with the Mario series as of right now, prior to Super Mario Odyssey. I'll be listing the most recurring Mario characters and only the mainline titles and spin-offs. So DK and Wario support cast will be left out. So here's the Mario cast. Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, Bowser. These are the main characters. Donkey Kong, Wario, Birdo, Daisy, Waluigi, Bowser Jr., Koopalings, Kamek, King Boo, Professor Egad, Toadsworth, Toadette, Rosalina. Alright, that's cool. Now that's 25 characters by his count. Now let's list the number of recurring characters from the Sonic series. I will not be counting the characters of Sonic Saturday morning cartoons and the comics. This is strictly the mainline game spin-offs. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Ivo, Robotnik, Metal Sonic, Vector, Charmy, Espio, Big, Chaos, Shadow, Rouge, Cream, Eve, 123, Omega, Blaze, Eggman, Nega, Jet, Silver, Styx. That's 20 characters. As you can see, Mario has a larger cast than Sonic by 5 characters, but if you mark off the Koopalings, then Sonic gets the larger cast. This led me to believe that the complaints about Sonic's large cast started between 2006 and 2008, because back then the Koopalings were in dormant as Bowser Jr. continued to overshadow them until their triumphant return in 2009. But even with their return, nobody complained about Mario having too many characters and instead complained about their spin-off characters not appearing in the mainline games, let alone their own titles. It's both interesting and eye-rolling to see gamers complain about one thing for one franchise and complain about the exact opposite of that thing from another franchise. Okay, I'm gonna debunk this very simply, okay? This list there's something wrong with it. Donkey Kong is its own thing, okay? So Donkey Kong doesn't really go with this. Initially, Mario and Donkey Kong were the same games, but that was a long time ago, so that's its own thing. So take that out. That's 20. That's 20. That's 24. Okay. Wario is now his own franchise, so that's 23. Daisy hasn't. I mean, aside from the sports titles, which aren't mainline Mario games, I'm not gonna include the spin-offs because that's exactly what they are. They're spin-offs. They aren't with the main game. Daisy hasn't been in a Mario game proper since Super Mario Land on the Game Boy. So let's cut that out. 22. Waluigi. Waluigi has not been in a mainline game ever. So cut that out. Bowser Jr. There hasn't been a game where Bowser Jr. that's been solely about Bowser Jr. He's been that was focused on Bowser Jr. So I mean, I would say at the best, Bowser Jr. is a minion to his father, Bowser. So cut that out. 20. 21. The Koopalings, they're minions to King Koopa. So that's 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, and 14. Kamek, a minion to Bowser. 13. King Boo. 12. Professor Egad. Let's see. Let's look at this. Egad originally appeared in I want to say Luigi's Mansion, and then he's been like a side character in the Mario RPGs, like the Mario and Luigi RPGs. He's also been he was in Super Mario Sunshine. He's the one who created the Flood. So, I mean, yes, he's a character. So we're at 13 right now. 13. Toadsworth. Okay, fair enough. Toadette. Okay, we'll include her because she was in the game too. Rosalina. Rosalina has been in the game, so yeah, in a mainline Mario game. So yeah, she's in it too. So, Birdo. Let's see, Birdo. She was in the mainline game, but he or she. Birdo has never really. I mean, discounting the spin-offs, I'll say Birdo was in Super Mario Brothers 2, and then you didn't see Birdo for a long time. So Donkey Kong, so that's and technically Birdo isn't even Bowser's minion. Birdo is Toad's minion, but we won't get into that. Toad, Wart from Super Mario Land 2, Super Mario Brothers 2, or AKA Super Mario USA. So really, in reality, the amount of characters in the Mario series is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Discounting all those. So basically, really, in reality, I mean, I don't know where you got this math. Total characters 25, because you used a very interesting leap in logic in order to get mainline and spin-offs. Really, there's nine core characters in the Mario franchise. 9. 9. Okay? 9 core characters that we understand how they think, what their personality is. Mario is kind of like the lovable schlub. Luigi is the cowardly guy who'll step up when it needs to happen. Peach is the the princess who gets kidnapped, but sometimes she has her own adventures and kicks ass. Toad is, he's Toad. Yoshi tries to eat everything. Bowser's an asshole. Toadsworth is always worrying about Princess Peach, so he has character development. Professor Egad, I mean, he's a quirky mad scientist. I don't know. Toadette is like the female version of Toad, except less scary. And Rosalina's basically the god of the Mario universe. So, I mean, they have personalities. These 9 characters, if you want to, I'm going to include Egad, so make it 10. Yeah, these people have character, okay? 10 out of, so let's pare that list down. There's only 10 Mario universe characters, the core Mario universe characters that aren't side hustles. Now let's look at these motherfuckers. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Dr. Robotnik. Okay then, cool. Metal Sonic. Don't you mean Robosonic? Vector. Who gives a shit? Charmy. No one gives a fuck. Espio. He was in 2 games, and both of which bombed and didn't do well. Big the Cat. Okay, I mean, he's an interesting character, but, I mean, is anyone really giving a shit about him? Chaos. I mean, okay, which one? I mean, the one that looked like Espio? The one that was the embodiment of the Chaos Emeralds? Which Chaos are we talking about? Shadow. He's a fucking hardcore version of Sonic. He's a Sonic clone, okay? Rouge. Well, she's kind of hot. But, I mean, she just exists. Cream. E123 Omega. Okay, he was kind of cool in Sonic Heroes. Blaze. Blaze was cool. Blaze the Cat was cool. Eggman Nega. Fucking useless. He's a Robotnik clone from an alternate dimension. Jet. No one gives a shit about Jet. Silver. Who fucking cares about Silver? Okay? Styx. Ah, here's the problem. Here's the difference, okay? Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Robotnik, and to an extent Metal Sonic have all been in good Sonic games. People know their personality. Metal Sonic is a robot that basically Robotnik created to outdo Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, no one gives a shit who Vector is, Charmy, Espio. Some people might have a soft spot for Big, so I'll include them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there, Big, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it. Okay. So here's the problem, okay? Very few of these games have memorable games where, very few of these characters have memorable games where they made a difference, where they were important, where the game really expounded upon this character, okay? Some of these characters are from Knuckles Chaotix, which I see you didn't mention that. Knuckles Chaotix sucks. It's not the best game ever. They tried something new and it failed. Silver was in the worst Sonic game ever made, so why should anyone give a shit about him? I mean, Cream and Cheese. I mean, I think the only reason they were created was so that they could have the pun Cream and Cheese. Blaze the Cat was cool. I think they could have done an entire spin-off just with her. And had they done that, the characters that are in her game, Eggman and Nega, would have been interesting. But no. I think at the end of the day, it comes on to good IP management versus bad IP management. And I'll talk more about that after the cut. Alright, so let's get into the second part of this video, which is Sega does what Nintendo don't. Here's the problem with these Sega characters, when people want to compare the cast, okay? Some of these characters have their own personality. Some of these characters are minions for the main character. Some of them are shitty palette swaps, like Eggman, Nega. But at the end of the day, a lot of these characters were not in the best of games. They weren't created around the concept of using their individual abilities in order to make their game worthwhile and happening. They were created to appeal to a certain market. And if you make characters just to appeal to certain people instead of making characters to, appeal to, if you make characters to serve the gameplay versus characters to serve a particular market that you're aiming for, you're going to make your characters dated. And I would say most of the characters that Sega has made for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise is dated. And to prove it, I'm going to show you the Wikipedia page where essentially all this shit is enumerated. And here we go. Look at this shit. I'm using Wikipedia. Look at all these characters, okay? Look at this shit. Okay, you got Sonic, he's the main character. Dr. Eggman, Miles, Tails, Prower. These are the core characters. Amy Rose, core character. Metal Sonic, he's a fucking goddamn minion. Okay, Knuckles, core character. Egg Robo, that's not a character. Knack the Weasel, no one gives a shit. Chaotix, oh god, no. Charmy B, Espio the Chameleon, Mighty the Armadillo, Vector the Crocodile, Big the Cat. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is goddamn ridiculous. This shit's ridiculous. Good God. No. It's too much. So, as you can see, I mean, essentially speaking, there is a lot of information that just is not I mean, you know, a lot of these characters are in games that no one fucking cared about. Now, to contrast that, I'm going to show you why Nintendo can get away with having a larger roster of characters and no one says anything after the cut. So let's get into it. The difference between the two is pretty damn simple. Nintendo also has a large roster of characters. I'm not going to say the 25 that was in the article, because I'm sorry, some of those characters aren't really Nintendo, aren't really Mario characters. I would say Donkey Kong was always its own thing, and the fact that they share a universe is ironic rather than intentional. Most of Nintendo's spin-off characters were in good games. That's the difference. They're in iconic good games. So people want to see more. Well, geez, what was that? Like, Toad originally was like a side character in the original Mario Brothers, and then became a playable character in Mario Brothers 2, aka Mario Brothers USA, aka, you know, and they brought him back for other titles. But Mario Brothers USA is a good game, so you weren't worried about him coming back for another title. Same thing as Princess Toadstool, or Luigi, or Bowser. Like, all of these side characters have been in good games, so people don't care. People don't mind having a spin-off, right? But then, like, you look at Sega, and it's like, they have characters in games where it's like, what the, like, these games did not do well. Like, you're not gonna see a Chaotix 2 anytime soon. Will we see Styx the Badger in another game? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, it's like, you can't, the difference between the two IPs is very simple. Sega creates their IPs to appeal to focus groups, right? Like, we want this to appeal to these people. Instead of making a good fucking game that uses that character's unique mechanics. Like, if they wanted to get Chaotix off the ground, instead of putting fucking Knuckles in a Chaotix game, if they had just made the Chaotix into its own thing, set it tangentially set in the Sonic universe, and then, you know, Espio is supposed to be a ninja, then why don't you have him do ninja shit? You know, why don't you have this team of thieves do heists and shit like that? They had the technology, because Chaotix was on the 32X, if I remember correctly. Like, at the end of the day, it boils down to, yes, Nintendo does have a large roster of spin-off characters and side characters in their universe. But the difference is that, like I said earlier, their characters are unique, they each have unique abilities, and they appeared in good games, which left the people who played these games wanting more. It's like, oh shit, you know, yeah, I want to see more of PD Piranha. Yeah, I want to see another Wario game. Because the Wario games that came previously were relatively good. I mean, I love Wario Land for the GameCube, the Wario World game, the Wario World game on the GameCube, and the Wario Land games from back in the day. Like, you don't mind seeing that. I would love to see another Queen Bee from Mario Galaxy. I would love to see another, I mean, what the hell ever happened to Wart? I would love to see another one of those games. You know who I don't want to see? I don't want to see another Silver the Hedgehog. I don't want to see another whatever. I don't want to see Eggman Nega. That's the difference, okay? It's called good IP management versus bad IP management, and that's why Nintendo gets a pass. With that being said, enjoy the video, enjoy the music, peace.